Okay, and we are here with episode 30 of the Ricky Henderson of podcast, the greatest of all podcasts, G.O.A.P. And we're doing our first ever video one, so I thought I'd get the A's YouTube master, Gamer Athletics, Gabe Hernandez on the show. Gabe, how you doing, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Well, I mean, I feel like A's fans are all DIY and everything. You're the video fan guy, dude. You got
Yeah,
like I saw you're scraping almost 1.8 thousand subscribers. Got to get you to 2,000, dude. So that's where
yeah. We're trying to get there. Almost there though. Almost
Yes.
there.
Yeah, so yeah, fans can follow you on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube at Gamer Athletics. And I just saw you were down in Anaheim, right? With is Daniel your brother, your buddy? Who's Daniel?
Daniel is like I would consider him a brother, but he's like a I don't even know how to really describe it. He's more of like I guess two separate families.
Uh-huh.
And we like when we were little, our families used to like talk to each other and stuff like that, and they kind of distanced. But me and Daniel kind of just stayed to each other, so we kind of
Is he your like ball game buddy? Is he like the guy you guys always go to games with?
He right now I would say yes, he is my ball game buddy for the most part, because he's pretty down to do it, like to go to a game and stuff. So most likely, yeah, I would consider him that.
Dude, so what's the stadium? What was the vibe like down there in Anaheim? Is it always kind of weird being a visiting fan or repping the A's colors in other stadiums? Like, what's that like? You know?
I will say in certain stadiums, I consider it being kind of weird. Like I would say, being in Anaheim, it feels normal just because I see the team a lot and not really like a bad vibe off of them, because like I've been there once before.
Mm-hmm.
I will say going to another ballpark, it could be somewhat a little, I guess, threatening depending on how others see you. But
Yeah.
I would say as long as you don't act like a fool, you won't get treated like a fool either. So
Yeah, it's
I
fun,
just
right?
go in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I just go there, I do my videos, and I mean, if my sometimes my emotion gets the better of me, and I just happen to say something out loud, but it's partly just for the video, honestly, and part of it's kind of just because something cool just happened. But
Yeah.
I don't do it to like rub it in other fans' face though, or at least I
Well,
don't try to do like get that come off of
yeah.
that.
Well, and I saw you guys were down there with Sergio Romo was like, saying what's up to you guys. Is he kind of like a quick homie this season for you or what?
I want to say that's more of Daniel's homie.
Uh-huh.
So like in the beginning of the season, Daniel kind of went ahead and bought a Romo jersey, which I believe, I know, not to roast him or Romo, much respect to Romo, much respect to my boy Daniel, but I feel like that's the only A's Romo jersey that's in existence right now. That's on like an A's Romo jersey. So I think partly the reason why, I could be wrong, I have to ask him like for clarification on this, but I think I heard him say this before, is the part of the reason why is because like he's Mexican
Mhm.
culture, and so like that's kind of like part of the reason. And so Daniel took a picture of the jersey on Twitter, I believe, and he posted, tagged him, and then Romo liked it. And then from there, he just kind of was like, oh, let's go Romo. And like you see it in the videos, he kind of like, he's like, oh, my boy's up, let's go. And we just saw him down there, and I think he kind of recognized him and stuff like that. He was like, hey, look, I got your jersey. And he was like, oh yeah. And then he even tagged him again on Twitter the next night or next day. And we went back down there, and like we were just talking to him, and he was like, oh yeah, I recognized you, blah blah. And so yeah, I think for Daniel, it's starting to become a little kind of a homie now. My homie though is JB Wendelken. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thought I saw you. I heard you say on the video you met him through the Twitch streams or something like that. Is that how you met JB, or how did you meet JB?
Yeah, this one's really funny, because like I would have never expected. It's like the weirdest way to meet a player. But so pretty much this is like the off season of 2019. So pretty much after the A's lost the wild card game, and after I believe the Nationals won the World Series. Short like this, I think this is like October-ish, November-ish. Pretty much, JB posted a picture, and I think it's still there. I could be wrong, but he said, come watch my Twitch stream. He's giving away a prize or something like that to a lucky person. And I follow most of my A's players on Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. And so I just saw it, And I was like, oh, you know, why not? I don't have Twitch. I'm just gonna re-download it again, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just watch the stream. I watched the stream, and for whatever reason, I guess you could say I had a lot of time on my hands, if that's what you want to say. But I stood there and watched him play games for like 6 hours, and just like and throughout that time, I was like texting him through the chat, and he would answer my questions, and I was like fanboying because I was like, oh my god, I'm talking to a baseball player right now that's on my team. And then I started talking to him, and then it switched over to talking to his friends that were playing with him in the game. And then he was just kind of cool. And then because I stayed the longest, he Venmoed me $20, which then I used that $20 to buy a burrito, which it was the best burrito ever.
A $20 burrito? No.
Yeah, and a soda and a Coke, But shortly after that, I just kept joining his Twitch stream because I subscribed to it, and I just kept, every time he goes live, I just got a notification. Kept doing that, and then from there, he was like, "Hey, what's up, gamer? How's it going?" Stuff like that. Like, he would just see me in the chat, "Oh, what's up, gamer? Back again," and stuff like that. And then eventually, it kind of went on to him he was like, "Hey, you want to like come play games with me?" And so I was like, "Hell yeah!" And then so we were playing Call of Duty, and we played Fortnite, and then
that's hilarious. You and JB are like Call of Duty.
Yeah, well, recently we haven't been playing anything because I think he stopped playing console. I think he plays his console when he's on the road, but when he's at home, he's strictly
he's rehabbing. Yeah, he's trying to get back to the team,
Yeah, well, yeah, there's that right now. But usually when he's on the road, like most players, they play on like consoles. And so, but like on the off season, he mainly plays on his PC, I believe. So I have a PlayStation 5, and he doesn't really play that much anymore. So I don't really play games with him. But from then on out, I was like, I'm not really a banner person. I'm not really a flag or drummer person. But I was like, I think it would be cool to have JB up on the thing. So I made him 2 banners. It started off with the Towns Farmer banner.
Left field bleachers, right?
Yeah. I mainly sit over there just because I like to catch home run balls. I mean, not to say that you can't do that in right field, but I believe that majority people hit right-handed, so they pull it that way to the left. So that's why I sit over there. But I made the JB Towns Farmer banner, and then I even got his input. I showed it to him, and he loved it. So that's kind of how I asked him a lot of things, because I was like, I don't know anything how to make a banner or anything. So I just asked him, like, what do you like? Like, he said he likes NASCAR. Or like from the game that he was playing that I watched him stream was Farm Simulator.
Farm Simulator.
Yeah,
that's the game that JB's playing. That's hilarious, dude.
Yes, it was, not gonna lie, it was kind of hard to watch. No offense, I know that's your game, but I don't know. It was just kind of weird.
That's hella funny, man.
But yeah, as you can probably put 2 and 2 together, the Towns Farmer is because the town, Oakland, and then Farmer, and then his hat, if you ever see the banner, it's a 3 because Dale Earnhardt, because he's a NASCAR fan, or he's a Dale Earnhardt fan. I don't know which one, but he likes that. So that's how that came about.
That's all funny, man. Well, you mentioned left field. What about I saw Seth Brown was kind of interacting with the fans today, but I know Canna's out there usually. Who's like the funnest player to interact with in left field when you're out there, you think?
Right now, I've only seen Canna, and I've seen Brown, and I think I missed a game where Pinder was in left, but right now I'll say it's Canna that's preferably the fun person out in left field, just because he does interact with a lot of the fans. Lately I've noticed he kind of gets angry at himself. So like he kind of yells sometimes.
Like if he strikes out and then he comes back to the field or something like that, and he'll be yelling at himself, or
kind of sort of like. And then sometimes there'll be fans where like they're kind of grown adults who ask him to toss the ball up, and then they don't toss it to them. So he's like, "Come on, Ken, what the heck?" And he's like, "Well, yeah, I might as well throw everybody a ball," or something like that. And then he just turns around and that's it. So
he's like
but he does throw a lot of baseballs to kids mainly. So there's that. And then we try the left field and right field crew, I believe, try to keep this little tradition going where whoever's in left or right, they remind them of the outs. So whenever there's an out, we'll just be like this, and they'll point back
yeah.
to you and to.
And they have to do it. They have to go back, or otherwise, otherwise it's like bad luck or something like that, right?
Something like that. I don't know. I just do it because I think it looks cool, and then when I bring a friend or something like that, I'm like, hey, watch this. Look, there's an out, and then I'm like, one out, and then Mark Cannon turns around and goes like that, and they're like, wow, he knew that. I'm like, yeah, he knows me, bro. Like,
well, is it almost easier for you guys to interact with A's players on the road? Like, say, they're on the road, you're in Anaheim, you're the only few people wearing green. Is it almost easier to kind of get people's attention? Like, yo, like, we made the trip out here, like, like, let me get a photo, kind of a thing,
Yeah, to a certain degree, it kind of is. I'll say in Anaheim, probably not like, I wouldn't say it's the easiest. Just because like Anaheim is not that really, is kind of not that far from Oakland, so technically anybody could have drove down, and plus in general there's a lot of A's fans in Anaheim, so I mean, for me in this past trip here, I made it look easy, but I mean, there were just pictures on the there were just pictures on the field, and I just asked them, and they kind of just all stopped and took pictures, and they were cool with being signing autographs and stuff like that. So I mean, then you also have Daniel, who, if you've seen any of the videos, I think in the past 3 games, he got like 5 baseballs.
Well, I was gonna say, like, one of the games in Anaheim, he got 4 balls, and you guys were kind of like, oh, like, not sure, like, is that just like a normal, like, is that at this point, is it just like that just happens at this now?
Well, for Daniel likes to get a lot of baseballs. For me, I'll get one, and if I get one, I'm like, oh, cool, I got another one. But primarily, I like to like give them away because I'm like, I don't see the need for one unless it's like on the one I have on my wall here, where they're all cubed up and they're signed by a player. Other than that, I don't see a need to have a baseball or a foul ball or a home run ball. Those are the only ones I keep. Other than that,
I was gonna say, like, you said you like to catch home runs. Who like, do you have a memorable in-game home run that you've caught? I know it's hard to do in game, but
oh man, you say that. I'm already looking at one. Back in 20, I think it was, man, I hold on. I need to clarify this before I say it, because I don't want to sound dumb on my own stat. But I will say it was a couple years ago, and the Giants were playing. No, you know what? I remember now. It was in 2018, and the A's were playing the San Francisco Giants, and it was the last game of the series on a Sunday, I believe. And Andrew McCutchen hit a home run, and they took the lead. The Giants took the lead, and it came straight to my section, and I wasn't even paying attention. I just looked up and I read it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's me. I got up, moved over, and I grabbed it, and you could see, and there's a video clip of it, and I caught it. And the thing is obviously it's a Giants home run ball. The worst possibly thing that could happen to an A's fan is catching an enemy team's home run. And of course, everybody who's a left field diehard is right there next to me telling me to throw it back.
Throw it back. Yeah.
I will say this right now. I will never throw a home run back, no matter who hits it. So, I mean, obviously I didn't throw it back.
Did you do the fake ball move? A lot of people just bring throw some other ball back or whatever.
No, I didn't even do that. Like, I also think, to me, this is my opinion only, I think I kind of see it as a dumb thing to do, because the way I think of it is like, okay, I'm gonna carry this ball around with me to so far I've been to 30 games. I'm gonna carry this ball around for 30 games in the event that another team hits a ball to me, just so then I have this ready to throw it back. Like, I just feel like that's way too much, and I rather keep a ball in my bag just in case there's a player who's signing and I could just have them sign it.
Yeah.
That's just how I see it, though. I'm sorry if anyone thinks that, but that's just how I see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one is the most memorable just for the fact that everybody saw it, and because when I first caught I have 2 home runs that I caught. First one was from Derek Norris, and
oh yeah,
it wasn't from he wasn't on the A's though. He was on the Padres. This was after they traded him. Yeah. Wow. So I haven't caught an A's home run. Still working on that. But, but yeah, when I caught the first one, nobody believed me. Nobody believed me. They're like, and I even, obviously I showed them the clip, and they're messing with me like, oh yeah, no, you edited that, no. And so now that I caught one in front of all of them, that they all remember it now. They all remember it because they know I didn't throw it back. And I'm like, I'd rather you remember that I didn't throw it back than you pretending that I didn't catch it at all. So they all lives in their heads rent free. They bring it up to me well, not every day, but they bring it up every once in a while. And I'm like, I still caught it though. So,
Still got it. Well,
yeah.
well, and yeah, so you started the channel. It looks like 2017, right? You had like a little, or you posted your documentary, Oakland is Home,
Yeah.
and then in 2018 you started going to games and stuff like that. When did you kind of see the uptick of subscriber? When did you kind of see, like, oh, this is people are liking this stuff? You know, when did you kind of see that that reaction? Yeah.
So like this, I saw like subscriber growth around 2019. Because I think so from 2018 I started off around, I think I got 100 just because when I announced that I had my YouTube channel, or I was doing a YouTube channel, that most people were like my family members and friends, and they all subscribed, so I had like 100. And then around I think around the end of the 2018 season, or the end of the 2018 year, I think I got around I had around like 500 or something like that. But once the 2019 season was starting off, I had 600, and then from there I got it to 1,000, and I was like, oh, okay. And so I was like, cool. So and I saw that like jump. It wasn't like just like a little small thing. It was like a big jump. So I was like,
That's
oh
awesome,
shoot,
man. Yeah.
wow, like people are starting to like it now, and like the way I'm doing it, I guess they might like it because
No, it's fun because it makes you feel like you're in the stadium, you know, because like, you know, you see a ballpark, especially a visiting ballpark on the stadium, you just see the field. You don't actually see like the innards, like where the concessions are. And like, it's funny when you pan to the fans and they're, you just kind of see like the fans in your section, what they're doing. Like, yeah, it makes you feel like you're in the game, you know, it's cool, dude. It's really cool.
Yeah. I would say like part of the reasoning of my channel was because in high school, I would rep this thing a lot, like, or just, the A's in general. I would wear a lot of A's clothes, and most of my friends and or classmates were all Giants fans. So they all hated on my stuff because they're Giants fans, and they're like, oh, well, why do you even like the A's and stuff like that, blah, blah. And I kind of was like, well, let me show you why I like them. And that's kind of where the 2017 documentary of the Oakland is Home documentary came from. And that was also a class assignment. I was told to make a documentary. And so with professional equipment, I took that to the Coliseum and made whatever it is that is on my YouTube channel today. And then from then on out, I was like, I feel like recording my experience would be fun and would be cool for other people to see, because like not many people get to see their team here. Like there's many people who I've gotten messages from who are fans of the A's that are like in Italy and Australia and other places of the world. Cool, and like, man. Thanks for, making this, just because I can't see them, there. I can only watch it on TV, but now I can watch it like if I'm watching it through your eyes. And so I was like, I think I'm gonna do that. And from then on out, I just started recording every single experience, and I've learned different ways to make some of it better, because I understand that probably, I mean, maybe not to some, but to a certain degree, it could get a little repetitive. But each one, I try to make it different, and I try to make it just as entertaining as possible. And also have it just as a memory for me, for how I want to remember it.
Because like last night or 2 nights ago, last night you met Logan Couture, right? The Sharks player, right? I mean, that's cool. It's like every time there's a different experience at every time you go to the game, right? Something
yeah,
like that,
and
right?
I would say the hard part of it is not knowing what's gonna happen, because most people think I know what's gonna happen. Like I know what I want. I actually don't know what's gonna happen, and I don't know what to record. Like I don't know who's gonna toss me up a ball today. I don't know who's gonna hit a home. Like I don't know if
because you have to be recording before it's whatever happens. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know what happens, and so like it's all on the spot for the most part. Other stuff, like if my friend says something, I may ask them to like repeat it because I thought it was funny, or sometimes I catch it, or sometimes I tell them to repeat it just because the camera wasn't focused on them. But other than that, I mean, we're all being our true selves out there. We're just being funny. So I mean, it's cool because everyone like enjoys it to a certain degree. I've even asked some people who are there, I'm like, are you cool with being in it? Because I know a lot of people don't like being in them. They just, So
Yeah, yeah.
if you see some people that are near me, but they're not in the video, it's probably just because of that reason. They just don't want to be in it at all, which is fine.
Well, and then I saw last year too, like that Houston when they flew that Houston Astro expander, you got a lot of attention for that video too, right? Did that kind of help you out? Did that kind of blow you up a little bit?
I would say that one blew me up a little bit. I wouldn't say like it wasn't like a big one. I actually kind of, if I'm being honest with you, I thought it was gonna be a lot more, but I mean, I'll take what I got from that. I'll take what I got from that, because I mean, I will say that that video was not my, or like the whole plane thing. I think most people know that wasn't my thing. I gave credit in the video that that person made it, and then I call him Pinhead Brian, but Sandlot 408 was
Brian,
the one
of
who
course.
yeah, he's the one who messaged me and told me, hey, this guy's gonna do this banner flying over the Coliseum. You should go record it and get views off of it, because your channel's gonna blow up if you have the footage and no one knows except for that guy.
Of course, Brian was behind that. Of course.
Yeah, and like shout out to Brian, because like if I didn't know, that wouldn't have happened. But as soon as he told me, I was like, Daniel, do you want to go? He's like, hell yeah. So we went over there, and I had a camera. I had actually two cameras, because I didn't know if this small camera here, vlogging camera by the way, but I didn't know if this camera was gonna work, as in like getting it clear image, but it worked. And I think this thing has Wi-Fi on it, or yeah, it does have Wi-Fi on it. So I transferred it to my phone and I put my name on it, just because I figured this was gonna blow up, and which it did. And if you go to my Twitter, I think it has like over like 1,700 views. I think, I forget. I don't know. I don't really look at it now, but yeah, a lot of people got it, and
1,000 or 1,000,000?
1,000.
Oh, 1,000.
Yeah, I wish it was 1,000,000, but
it
was. I thought what was really cool was that people were like tagging me in it. Like there was like friends and family who are A's fans, and they're like, bro, you just made it to Bleacher Report, and like, oh, Yahoo Sports just posted it. And then the crazy thing is, after I got home, because during the 2020 season, I was doing the backyard baseball, and we came back to watch the game, and I was like, I was editing that video while this was going on, and they showed it on the NBC Sports the pregame show, and it had my name on it, and I was like, what is going on? This is crazy. And I didn't even know how to react. That was just insane.
That's always funny.
Crazy.
Well, yeah, and I kind of want to talk about kind of what's going on now. What did you think about Kaval's tweet when you saw that video from Vegas? How did that make you feel as an A's fan, as a diehard fan? I mean, it came out in the middle of an A's game. It wasn't great. I'm curious.
I got that alert. Well, I don't have his notifications on, but I saw it on my Instagram, and I was like, at first I took it as nothing, because I was like, okay, like, that's kind of something that he usually does when he goes to a sporting event. Technically, he does it when he goes to an A's game too. But it was like, I knew the team that where that was at, and I was like, okay, I see what you're doing, Kaval.
Well, are you a Sharks fan? Do you care about hockey or no?
No, there's one thing that most people feel like, or I guess think, is I watch every sport. I only watch one sport, and that's the A's. So like,
so you didn't care he was out of Vegas? Because I know a lot of Sharks fans are A's fans, and they were pissed. They were like, oh man, like, because the Golden Knights are a big rival for the Sharks, and everybody's like, man, I can't. It's like, it'd be like going to an Angels game if you're a Sharks fan and like cheering or something. I don't know. It'd be kind of weird,
Yeah, I knew that just because Daniel and a couple of my other friends are Sharks fans, and so like I knew that. Like I know a little bit. Like I'm not clueless to the other teams that are around, but like I knew that was a thing. But yeah, I was just kind of disappointed, and I'm still kind of disappointed in Kaval a little bit, just because for like I would say 2017, maybe even 2016-ish, whenever he showed up, most fans, including myself, kind of put our trust into him. And right now it looks like he's kind of taking our trust and throwing it out the window and just breaking it. So I mean, I don't know, maybe he's trying his hardest, I don't know, but all I know is that I put my trust into him, thinking that he's trying to do everything and anything possible to get the Howard Terminal site down there. And I really hope he is. And I hope this is just like, I don't know what you want to call it, like a PR thing or whatever, or
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
something to
Just to get
threaten Oakland.
attention, like an attention grab or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I just hope it's something like that, and I guess I just hope that vote. I hope that makes the vote turn or like yes, because
Mhm.
like I honestly don't know what I'd do without the A's. So I mean, I really hope they get it, and
Mhm.
I hope Kaval is really trying his hardest. So
Yeah, I mean, how does all the stadium stuff make you feel? It's weird. It's like seems like kind of here we go again kind of a thing, you know. It's like every few years they're like build up all this promise for a site and then it's kind of let down, you know. So I'm curious, what is it? Is it kind of I don't know, demoralizing strong, but I mean, you know, is it not fun to go through this again?
I will say, like, for most of my family members and other fans who have been fans longer than me,
Mhm.
I know for sure they're kind of, I would say, numb to it. To me, since most, like, I would say
Are you from the
somewhat
East
of
Bay?
a,
Or have you been a fan your whole life kind of thing or what?
yeah, I've been a fan my whole life, but
Yeah.
it kind of like around like 2017-ish,
Mhm.
16-ish maybe. No, no, we're gonna go further back. Like maybe I say up to 2013, 14-ish. That's when it became diehard mode for me.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
yeah, I've been an A's fan for my like basically my whole life though.
Yeah, because it seems like every few years. I mean, like, I remember like 3 or 4 years ago, they were super stoked on Laney. They had, you know, the Laney College site. They had like a video and an announcement, and then Laney College said
Mhm.
no, and now it's just kind of we're waiting till May 20th. It's kind of weird. It's like just do this all over again. But yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I will say once I heard the relocation word of them possibly moving,
Mhm.
it definitely was like it changed the mood a bit, especially for me, because like all my videos are supposed to be happy and positive and to a certain degree, you know, and it's just weird because like I think this is when I was doing the backyard baseball thing here, and and I think I said it on my Twitter, but I literally skipped doing a video just because of how like mad it made me, like
Yeah.
personally. Like I was gonna do a video. There was supposed to be a video of the Gamer Athletics Coliseum back here, and then that happened, and
And
then
it's
I
yeah.
literally didn't record anything just because I was so mad. But then I was cool because like my friends were there, so I was like, you know, whatever. But I was like, I can't really, I don't think I can fake a smile on this one.
Yeah.
So
Damn. Yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy. That's what I think. Like, I actually think what he did was actually more detrimental and just kind of yeah, I think it kind of soured his relationship with fans. And it's like, dude, if you're not watching the game, why should you know? Why should fans? If you're watching a Vegas Knights game, not even your own team's game. I mean, I understand he's out there, you know, doing homework and stuff like that, but it's like, you know, he could have posted that video the next day or something. So, um, yeah,
Sorry about that. That was my mom.
no worries. I mean, where do you, I mean, where do you want to see the stadium? Do you want to see Howard Terminal? Do you just want them to stay in Oakland no matter what? Where are you kind of at on this whole situation?
So at first, I was on the team of make it where the Coliseum site's at. But
Mhm.
as time went on, I was like, I don't care where it's at. I just want it in Oakland.
Yeah,
And
that's kind of where I'm at.
even
Yeah.
then, I don't mind it being at the Howard Terminal site.
Yeah.
Like basically, like when they first announced the Laney one, I was like, cool, build it.
I think that
Like,
would be really sick. That would be great. I mean, it'd be right downtown, hella close to a couple of bars. Like that'd be awesome. But yeah, they
yeah,
got,
and
they
I
got,
was cool with that fact. That like as
yeah,
soon as they said it, I was like, cool, build it. That's like that was how I said I was just build it, you know.
yeah.
And then they said no. So then now it's Howard Terminal, and the more they talk about Howard Terminal, and the more I see it, me personally, and this is talking. You're talking to someone who has someone. I guess you could say a lot of hope and sees a lot of hope and has a lot of faith in a lot of things. Um, so I guess you could say my hopes are high right now, but
Uh-huh.
I see a lot of hope and a lot of cool stuff that could happen at Howard Terminal just for the main fact of I see other ballparks like how San Diego, I see
Yeah.
Oracle, and I've seen thanks to my friend Jakayla, she's a Cardinals fan. I see how they have Ballpark Village over there. Or I think that's what you call it. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, they kind
Like,
of just build up all like the bars and restaurants and
yeah,
housing around there. They kind of revitalize everything.
yeah. And I'm like, I could see that being, I guess you could say, the heart of Oakland, even though it's not the very centerpiece. I could see that being and reviving the life that's in Oakland, and just having, because you have the Jack London Square there, and I don't know anything. I don't know a lot about that area because I barely go over there. But from what I do know is Jack London Square is right there. There's a lot of space right there where there could be restaurants, and the fact that there's restaurants and all that lined up directly towards the thing itself, and then plus you have that gondola thing where if it works, people go back and forth. That's one way of getting there. You have BART, and then if there's parking, there's parking. You can walk there, you can bike there, Uber there. It just, to me, I just see a lot of things that could happen at that site, and I really want to see that happen. But I mean, it's out of my hands, and I gotta wait to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's just kind of waiting until July 20th, I think, and then we'll have to see if they actually end up going to Portland, because it's really weird. Like, reports surfaced a couple of days ago, like, oh, this a 4-man contingent. It's like Billy Bean, Kaval, John Fisher, and another executive called Sandy Dean are supposed to visit Portland reportedly, but then Dave Kaval comes out and says, no, that's completely fake. And then the reporter's like, no, it's gonna happen. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that whole thing plays out, but it's I mean, as of now, I don't think Caval's tweeted since that Vegas game, so it's kind of weird. I'm kind of curious.
Saw that. And I think Pinhead yesterday was telling me about that too, how he lied basically, or like the reporters like, nah, it's confirmed. It's just like,
yeah, so I don't know who to believe. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird how like that Portland Diamond Project wouldn't say that. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like a two-way. He said. Who knows? But
at this point for me, I'm in. I don't want to say numb, because like that's what I used to describe my like the older fans that I know. I would say I'm just more confused and more, I guess you can say, frustrated, because like you said, I don't know who to believe. At first, I was believing Cavill and everything, and now, like, Cavill's, coming out and I guess you could say almost showing his true colors, and I just don't know who to believe at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and I guess we could talk about some baseball too. I know you didn't. You were working today, so I don't know if you had a chance to watch the game, but James Caprillion pitched 7 shutout innings. He looks really good. It's like his longest start. He's only been here for 3 starts. It looks like he might be sticking in the rotation. Have you seen him pitch? What do you think about Caprillion? Do you like him?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because I want to say I have good memory, but I have bad memory. I'm pretty sure James pitched in LA.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah. Because people were saying he had like hundreds of family and friends, and everybody's calling him Cappy. I guess that's his nickname, is Cappy.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah. So like, I like him based off the starts that I've seen from, or at least, because right now I'm like,
there's only been a couple. I mean, he's only made 3, and one of them was today, and you were probably working.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I think I want to say I would. I think he's gonna do good. I hope he does good. I mean, the first time when we saw him in the reliever role, we didn't really see much from him. But this, I think he's proving himself a lot more, and I definitely see him being a bigger part of our team, or a major factor to our team, just for the fact that when I see pitching, I don't see a lot of pitching that goes into the 7th or 8th, like pretty much like deep. And for one, I think he's done that like twice now, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's his so he went 5 innings and 5 2/3, and then now he went 7. So it's like every time out. I mean, he's only pitched 3 times, like he's still new, but I don't know. I think he might have kind of pitched his way into the rotation, because Fires is on the 60-day DL. Luzardo is supposedly gonna pitch tomorrow, I think, make a rehab start, but Melvin kind of hinted that he could be a reliever. I mean, would you be cool with Luzardo coming out the pen throwing 98, or would you rather see him as a starter? I mean, because he's so talented, but they were saying maybe they'll bring him in as a reliever and then build him up. Would you be cool with Luzardo as a lefty reliever, you think?
I honestly think I would be cool with him being a reliever. Just because, like I said, like right now, like he has his ups and downs when it comes to starting. So like maybe, start him off or bring him back as a reliever, and then maybe hopefully he just builds that confidence back up, and Bob Melvin gives him the shot, and he just comes back to starting pitching. He's all good to go.
Yeah, and Seth Brown too. I mean, he kind of I feel like for me he's kind of solidified himself as a big leaguer this season.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, do you root for a guy like that? He's kind of 28, 29, kind of older for baseball, but and it seems like he had a fun time interacting with fans all day today. Is that an easy guy for you to pull for out in the left field bleachers?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he was someone in 2019 who was kind of looking like how he was kind of like right now, where he was getting those clutch hits and stuff. I mean, not on the homer side, but he was still getting those clutch hits that we needed. And 2020, we didn't really get to see much of him at all. And then this year, like, he's starting to show what he was trying to do in 2019 and even expand that. So I'm really cool with seeing someone like that succeed. I mean, technically, I'm cool with seeing all my guys succeed. I want to see all my guys succeed. But I mean, if someone who's like, I don't want to say struggling or anything like that, if they're like 1 year and they come back and do like a bounce back or whatever, anything like that, I'm cool with seeing them like that. So I mean, no matter who it is, I'll root for them, even if they're struggling.
Well, who's your guy? Do you have a favorite player still, or no? Or do you just kind of
Okay, I'm gonna say this one first because I don't want people and him to get offended. So if I'm being biased, it's JB.
Okay,
that's my boy. Just my boy. So,
yeah, like personally, yeah.
Personally, it's JB. No matter what. But if I'm not being biased, it's this one. It's been very difficult for me to choose because obviously they're both good. It just I actually don't even know, because one time this person like on this side of the plate, or should I say on this side of the diamond, he makes fantastic plays, and he wows me every single time he does it. And then on the other side, he just hits dingers, and he just keeps hitting it farther and farther. And I'm just like, I like them both. I honestly like them both. I'm talking about Chapman and Olsen. Like, I can't choose between either of them. I mean, they're just so cool. And I mean, hell, I mean, I'm gonna give, I'll give the slight edge to Chapman, just for the fact that I got a little bit famous with him on Twitter, or no, TikTok. Sorry, on TikTok.
On TikTok, yeah.
Because on my YouTube channel, if anyone knows, I do like before the game starts. At times, they haven't done it this series for whatever reason, which we're gonna have to question them next time. I think on tomorrow, when they play the Angels, I'm gonna have to question them.
Yeah, Otani Bassett. That'll be a good game, man. That'll be a great game tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call them out and ask them why they're not throwing the baseball out anymore. But before the games, Chapman and Olsen like to throw the ball up to the left field bleachers, and primarily they usually make it to me. So Chapman threw the ball to me, and I took a clip from my GoPro, put it in my video, and then I took that same clip and put it on TikTok. And then ESPN texted me on Instagram and asked me if they could use that video.
Oh, damn.
Which then they reposted it. And then, and I also got roasted for no reason, because in the video, because I think, like how you said, like, I get so many baseballs, so it doesn't really.
Yeah, you don't get super excited or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I caught it, Chapman threw the ball to me. I caught it, and I was like, "Thanks." And that was it. Like,
and everybody's like, "What? That was it?"
Yeah. And then, like, in the comment section, you can see people saying "thank you," and then like the straight face emoji, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, like, I don't want to sound like I'm being a show off, but I mean, this isn't my first time catching a baseball, so I mean, like, what do you want me to do? Freak out? Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, just being real. Yeah, for sure. All right, man. Well, I think that's pretty much all I got. I don't know. What else are you, I don't know. Do you want to plug something? Is there some cool project or something? Or do you just want to tell people to like and subscribe Gamer Athletics? Like, you want to plug something?
I'll say, I mean, I was going to save it for for like next month, but just know next month, there's going to be one visiting trip that I wanted to do last year, and now I get to do it this year. So,
okay, sick. I like the visiting trips because I like seeing inside the other ballparks. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, so there's one stadium in particular that I wanted to do, and it's gonna happen in June. And then there's gonna be
we gotta tease it. Oh yeah,
right afterwards.
Okay,
but
cool.
I think this one's gonna be a good one, just because I'm gonna get a bobblehead of the opposing team, and he's on our team.
Oh, that's hella funny.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to.
And
Yeah.
they're also giving away a jersey of him, and he's also on our team.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, insane, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun. But,
That's
yeah.
hella- Is it an Elvis Andrews or something?
Yeah.
That's crazy. They're still giving it out though.
Yeah.
They're probably because they made him right. They're like, we got 15,000 of these things. We got to give them out. Like,
I guess so. Yeah.
That's hella.
I don't know if
funny.
they were gonna give them out last year or not, but they
Yeah.
have apparently a lot of them. So
That's hella funny. That's weird. I didn't know that. That's hella funny, dude. I'm been stoked to see that.
Hopefully, I can try to get that bobblehead signed by him. Maybe. if
Dude,
possible.
that would be really unique and cool. Yeah. Are you a collector? Do you collect like pins and baubles and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. I mean, well, for one, I don't know if you can see this behind me.
Yeah, I see all the photos. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are all my autograph photos.
Oh,
Just,
so you have, those are WWE on the other side?
So this way we have WWE. So just to name a couple: RVD, John Morrison, Rikishi, Sasha Banks, and
I
then
remember Rikishi.
Cody Rhodes and all that. And on this side, just to name a few: Chapman, Raleigh Fingers, Eckersley, Lizardo, Chris Davis, Ramon, and then Seth Brown up there. Ricky Henderson's up there too.
Nice.
And then I don't know if I can turn you just a little bit this way.
Oh yeah.
Those are my autographed baseballs. And then there's 3 up there. There's both of my home run baseballs are up there. The third one, I actually have a third home run ball. Thanks to Chewy, because Chewy, I don't know if you know who Chewy is, but
No, I don't know Chewy. No.
My friend Chewy cannot catch. I'm sorry, Chewy, but can't catch.
Get called out, Chewy.
And there's a ball here where Shin-Soo Choo hit a home run to us on the very first pitch of the game in 2018.
Damn.
And I was like, oh, that ball's coming this way. And I said, oh, you know what? He's right here. I'm gonna let him catch it. And some guy reached over, bumped into him, and he's really short. So the guy was really taller than him. So it bounced off his glove. They bumped into each other. The ball came to me behind me. Like it's literally the behind me. So I was like, I'll let you try, man. I'm just gonna take this.
Yeah,
so I have that ball right there. And then I don't know if I can. Let's see if I can move you this way.
Oh yeah, you're a collector. Damn, yeah, you got hella baubles.
I got all these bobbleheads. Shout out to NorCal Nodders. I don't know if you can see that, but that's Too Short.
The Too Short. Yeah, I saw your unboxing. I saw that video. Yeah.
And I also have the special edition Olsen and Chapman ones down there too.
The gold ones, or they had different. Hell yeah, there they are. Nice.
Yeah, the gold ones. So there's those, and then I guess. Yeah, why not? We'll just show this. It's if it's even. Oh yeah, it's right here. These are all my autographed baseball cards that are here. I'll just show. Or you know what? Do I have them right here? We'll just show off these ones because these ones are already out and about. These are just some of my baseball cards that I have that are signed.
Nice, man. I heard baseball cards are making a comeback or something like that, right? Like,
right. But on the top here, they're mostly our players, the main ones, except for Chris Davis and Marcus Simeon. And then I got Trout, Buster Posey, Christian Yelich, Ricky Henderson, Eckersley.
That's cool. You got a couple of Ricky autos. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I have a couple here. I see him a lot at the Fan Fest, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's cool. And also, people can get gear and merch from you too, right? You got merch and stuff like that too, right?
Yeah, I have it in my and it's in the description of my Instagram and also in the description of all my videos.
Okay, sweet. Well, make sure you go cop that Gamer Athletics gear, folks. Let's go.